Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare again with you on the 8th of December, 2022. I am joined yet again today by psychic medium and remote viewer Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
Great, thank you.
Okay. This is a probe that I wanted to do for a few weeks now, and we haven't quite got round to it because scheduling and timing and all sorts of things. And now something else has happened as well, which actually tacks on. So the overall probe is going to be about Germany, but there's some news breaking today or overnight about a supposed and alleged attempted coup, which we need to look into, because there was only about 20 or 25 people apparently involved. How you have a coup in Germany of 80 odd million people with 25 people, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's made all the news wires everywhere, which is, suspicious to say the least. But anyway, we'll start with that and then we'll move into Germany itself.
Okay.
Right, so this guy here, is apparently Heinrich XIII.
Who?
Heinrich VIII.
Oh, Heinrich.
Heinrich.
Okay.
And apparently he's one of the so-called ringleaders of this alleged coup.
Oh dear.
Now, he's about 70 odd years old. So can we get a connection? Can you get a connection with him? Is it possible? Oh, he's got a mask on.
He's in jail.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure he is, yeah.
And it's cold and he doesn't feel well.
Right. Does he know why he's in jail?
Do you know why you're in jail? Yes, a military coup.
Was he part of this military coup?
Were you part of a military coup? This military coup? Yes, he was the leader.
Okay. But he only had about 25 supporters.
But you only had about 25 supporters. It doesn't matter. We were very powerful. Okay. I just want you to know, I don't know how much you know about this guy. I don't know anything about him, but
I know nothing.
All right, Manuel. He's got mental health issues.
No surprise there then.
No. And what I mean by that, let me see what's going on. He's got like some paranoia. He's got some major perception problems. Yes, he's very mentally unwell.
And how did he come up with this idea then to stage this coup?
How did you come up with this idea to stage this coup? It's always been a dream of his to do this. This is something he's always wanted to do. He feels like he's been let down by the system. And he, judging by his mental health, I don't know what the state of the healthcare is in Germany, but he has been let down because, I'm not siding with him on this way, but he's very unwell mentally.
Okay. Was he encouraged or in any way incentivized to do any of this?
Were you encouraged, influenced, or incentivized to do this? Yes, he was paid money.
Who paid you the money?
Who paid you the money? The government.
Which government?
Which government? The German government.
So the German government paid you money to attempt an alleged coup against the German government and state. Is that right?
So the German government paid you money to attempt an alleged. That is correct. Yes.
Okay. So the German government essentially enacted a false flag operation.
Oh, I see what you're getting at. Do you believe that this is a false flag operation? No, he believes this is real.
Yeah, but he's got mental issues.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Okay, but if he was paid by the government to set a coup up against themselves, that's a false flag. That's the very definition of a false flag operation. So he's the unwilling patsy, isn't he?
Are you the unwilling?
Sorry, he's the willing patsy, not the unwilling. He's the willing patsy.
You're the willing patsy? No, he goes, I mean what I say. He doesn't understand what's going on.
No. Okay. All right. What do you think is going to happen to him?
He's going to end up being released. And I feel like he's going to have to go to a mental health facility.
Okay. All right. So plain to see here that this in no way was a real coup, because you don't try and overtake a country the size of Germany with 25 people, led by a mentally unstable 71-year-old man.
Right. God, that's so, I mean, that's just so bizarre, isn't it?
Well, I thought it was wrong when I saw it all, you know, and I just wanted, I mean, it smacked a false flag all over the place, because, you know, what the German state will say is, look at this, we are in danger, we need to have more draconian legislation.
Well, let's ask them. Why did
Well,
they
that's
do
exactly
that?
where we're going.
Oh, well, I must be psychic again.
Yeah.
Let's ask. So I'm going to grab Germany and I'm going to ask them, why has this coup been set up? Because they're against the government. But you paid this man. Yes, we paid him substantially. Why? To deter, to steer the minds away from what actually is going on in the German economy, in Germany as a whole. What is going to be the outcome of this? So this is going to enact more spying measures.
Right. Problem, reaction, solution. Create the problem, offer the solution, get the reaction, offer the solution. This is the playbook of so many entities, government and everything. This is what they do. So to distract the fact that Germany is becoming deindustrialized, it's having its power taken away from itself, is suffering all sorts of losses, heat, you know, electric power, wages, working, everything, you know, they come up with this as a distraction.
Do you think they could have done a bit better at staging this? I mean,
well, the problem is, if they actually staged anywhere near a real coup, it could have actually taken over and happened. And they couldn't have that, could they?
oh, that's so funny. Oh my God, these probes, I mean, they're so funny sometimes. I can't help but laugh. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, this guy is very mentally unwell. So
right, the German population must not be fooled by this. You know, Germany is in deep doggy doo-doos. It's been systematically taken down from within and from also, you know, the leaders of the European Union. The unelected head, of course, is a failed German MP, Ursula von der Leyen. So Germany has many, many, many problems. Well, so does Europe in general. But Germany has always been the barometer and the economic and the fiscal powerhouse of Europe.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's
the last
very
thing
true.
anybody wanted Germany to do was to team up with Russia, hence why we have the Ukraine war. And now Germany has been taken down, or is being taken down systematically. And just to make sure that people don't notice it, they came up with this.
This is so funny. Well, that is a great probe. With Europe is in major turmoil,
It is.
and
Right.
we keep
We need to
probing.
ask. We need to ask Germany some more questions.
Oh, okay, let's go.
We're not done with Germany yet. Oh no. Okay.
Don't mention the war.
Basil.
That's a joke for British people.
Basil 40.
Anyway.
Yes, that's 40 Towers. Yeah. What was he put me off now? All right. Okay. So let's pop Germany out till 1 year, please.
Okay, so December the 8th, 2023, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What would you like to know?
How is Germany doing today?
It's had a hell of a year. It's had a pretty bad year. Economically stagnant. I feel like job losses. It's in decline.
Okay. Has it received a lot of migrants from anywhere particular?
Yes, I do feel like
What about Africa or Ukraine?
what about Africa? No, not so much Africa. What about Ukraine? Yes, a lot from the Ukraine. Yes.
Okay. Have they been well received in Germany?
These immigrants or migrants, have they been well received in Germany? No.
Okay. What has been the effect of the sanctions? What has been the reverse effect? In other words, how have the sanctions that have been imposed upon Russia have actually affected Germany? As it to do with energy and food and gas and oil and things like that.
The sanctions. Sure. How has it affected you? It's created a lot of economic loss, a lot of financial turmoil for a lot of people. It's, been a very cold, rough winter in 2023. We're now heading back into the cold again. There's a lot less money that people have to spend. Businesses have closed down. It's just not looking good. I'm saying, but so around the end of 2023, going into 24, we're starting to see an economic recovery. But this is where Europe is going to be left behind.
Yes.
This is a problem. When we start going full swing back into an economic recovery, these countries should be going along with it. And it looks like Europe is going to be like left in the dark, really. It's not going to be able to keep up. It's been so decimated financially that it's going to take a long time to recover. Now, Germany typically, as a financial powerhouse, is usually a leader in Europe. But I feel like it's struggling behind, the US, Australia, even South America.
Okay, what does the average German worker, what does the average German on the street think about the situation they find themselves in currently?
What does the average German on the street think about the situation that they find themselves in currently? They don't have a lot of financial surplus. They're barely making ends meet. What do you think about that? the government is useless. I mean, there's a lot of anti-government sentiment going on. Like, how did this happen? We were, financially just this wonderful country as of late. I'm not speaking about, the war or anything, but certainly very productive. And the sanctions have been counterproductive.
What do they think of their Chancellor Scholz?
What do you think about Chancellor Scholz? Useless.
Is he still Chancellor?
He's still Chancellor? Yes.
Okay. Has he not come up with any, plans to save Germany, or is he part of the problem?
Save Germany? No, he's more of a go with the flow type of person. He's not willing to really make some hard hitting, policies, decisions to help pull Germany out of this economic slump. He really just sort of is the peacemaker. He just goes, he just goes with it. He does as he's told.
Okay. I see that he began his career as a lawyer.
Ooh. Okay.
Can you just hold Germany there? And I've put the picture up of Olaf Scholz.
Okay.
Can you grab him, please?
Yes. And I'm laughing because, Mr. Shakespeare, I went to law school. I was going to be a lawyer. Okay. What would you like to know?
How's he doing today? In 2023, December 6th, 8th.
Interesting. How are you doing today? He's not doing well. I mean, look, this is the first initial impression. He's in way over his head.
Yeah. Well, what does he think? Does he have any plans to change the predicament of Germany?
Do you have any plans to change this predicament of Germany? No.
Has he got any plans to resign and allow somebody who does have any plans to take over?
Do you have any plans to resign? No, he would never do that.
We're just about to we're into winter 2023 now. How does he think the German energy sector is going to survive this 23-24 winter?
With great difficulty.
Does it have plans as to where to buy oil and gas from?
To buy, as to where you're going to buy your oil and gas from? Not really. He has tried to negotiate with the Middle East, but that I don't feel is going very well. He's like, the Germans are just going to have to bear the brunt of it. He's very much like very passive.
Interesting. Has there been any major sort of civil uprising or unrest or, strikes or general problems, by the German population at what's happened over the last year or so?
There's been strikes, yes. Civil unrest. Not so much civil unrest, because I just don't feel that's very German, is what they're telling me. But I do feel like there has been strike action. A lot.
Has any of the major manufacturing moved out of Germany and into the US, for example?
Has any German manufacturing moved out of Germany? They're going to India.
India?
Yes.
Okay. Interesting.
So you're going to start seeing a massive shift if, you know, listen, this is something that we all know. For some reason, I don't know why the governments don't seem to understand it. If you can't do business in a particular country, they'll move. The businesses will leave. They will go where they are well received and where they can function. So it looks like a lot of the German manufacturing industry, I feel even tech, is moving to India.
Okay, well, that's good for the employment of Indians and bad for the employment of Germans. What does he think about that?
What do you think about that being bad for the employment of Germans? They'll have to find another industry. He really doesn't care very much about the population. I'm sorry to say.
And this is exactly the same as when we've probed other politicians. We did Andrews in Australia the other day, and they just don't care. This is a theme that's running through all of them. They do not care. I mean, the leadership class is so bad, but they're all co-opted bad, if you like. They're all picked from the same, almost like the same training school, weirdly. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does he understand what is the situation with the rest of Europe at the moment?
What is the situation? They're worse off than the Germans, so Germans should be grateful.
Wow.
It's bad. I'm telling you, it's bad.
Okay. Let's pop him out another year and Germany as the entity. Pop them both out to December the 8th, 2024, please.
December 8th, 2024, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay.
So let's ask Olaf. Is he still Chancellor?
He's still Chancellor. He's barely holding on. He's coming under a lot of fire. I feel like the tide has turned for him. And he's under a heavy criticism because now major countries are back in full swing and Germany is not. And that's unusual for Germany.
Yeah.
So they're saying this is the leadership issue.
What does he think of Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum?
What do you think of Klaus Schwab's World Economic Forum? He doesn't think much of it.
What does he think of the EU as an entity?
What do you think of the EU as an entity? He likes the EU. He's very pro-EU.
Okay. And what's happened now to the average German on the street? Have they finally rumbled the situation? Have they woken up to their plight, or are they still?
What's happened to the average German on the street? They're very angry. At this point, very angry. They're disgusted.
Has a lot of the major manufacturing now moved to India or somewhere else? Has it left Germany?
From Germany. Yes, a lot has. Yes, it has moved and they've lost their jobs.
Which sectors have seen the biggest exodus? Has it been, I don't know, motor vehicle manufacturer? Has it been heavy machinery? What sectors have seen the biggest exit?
Motor vehicle manufacturing, no. I feel like IT is very big. I feel like financial companies, okay, they're leaving. I feel like the financial companies are going to Switzerland. I feel like small manufacturing, not big machinery, but small manufacturing has gone to India and China.
Mm-hmm.
They've just shut down the manufacturing in Germany. They're allowing other countries to do the manufacturing. And, because they have to cut costs as well.
What's happened throughout 2024 as regards oil and gas? I mean, have they managed to get what they've needed?
No, it was very expensive. Now, I feel in 2024, the pipeline is turned back on.
From Russia?
Yes. Have the prices gone down? The prices have not gone down substantially.
So is Nord Stream 1 and Nord Stream 2 online and working?
No, just one of them.
Is it number 1 or number 2?
Number 1.
Okay, so that's the original one. Okay.
So this is what is to come.
Yeah.
It's not looking good.
No.
Anything else you want to know?
No, I think that's all we've got that we need in this one. Thank you.
Yeah, I think so. But this was interesting. Was this a suggestion on the Discord?
No, this was actually my suggestion. It was something I wanted to look into because I look at Germany as the barometer of Europe. And so Germany has always been the economic powerhouse of Europe. Not necessarily the financial center of Europe. That's always been the UK or London. But the manufacturing center of Europe, and the euro has been, basically was the German invention of the extension of the Deutschmark. So,
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, Germany usually, you're right, it is a barometer. Once they start really, being in economic recovery, Europe tries to catch up to them. But I think you're going to see where a lot of their, manufacturing, not just in Germany, across Europe, what I'm picking up on is just down. It's just down. I mean, they're not going to pay these astronomical wages, astronomical taxes. They're just not going to do it. They're going to go where it's friendly to do business.
Of course.
And these governments really need to fight to keep the industry in Europe. I just don't think the fight is going to be there. I think Europe is undergoing a massive transition at the moment. It really is. So what is coming through for me from Spirit is the fact that they're going to have to go technical if they want to keep up with some sort of industry.
Right.
So there you go. That was a great probe. Thank you very much. Excellent.